to deal Friday deal story. I don't know what number this one is, but I'm going to share with you guys how we made $15,000 on this wholesale deal. Pick up the checks today. A little bit later here, you guys, I got about 30 minutes. We're going to go for 30 minutes, and I got to get off right at 30 minutes, all right? So I'm going to share with you guys how we found this deal. This is a deal through one of our postcard that we sent out. We Buy Houses postcard. All right, you guys. So as you guys enter the live stream, remember to smash that thumbs up. That is the rules to the game. Anthony 216 King Kong, what up, buddy? Happy Friday. Alexandra, welcome. Happy Friday. Smash that thumbs up, you guys, as you enter the live streams. And if you're coming on, smash that thumbs up. And if you are new to the channel, smash the subscribe button. Turn on your bell notification so that way when I upload a new video or when I go live, you guys will be able to get notified, all right? So right off the bat, I want to get something out of the way, you guys. I'm thinking that the 30 days that we're going to put on my wife's package deal where, and this is going to be within your guys' prepaid time, is she going to share, I'm going to have her share with you guys the contact of the company and the sales rep that she used when we sent out our marketing, so you guys can talk to them and being able to saying, hey, I got sent over here from Lon and I want to use the same marketing piece she's using, etc. And I think that I'm going to give that contact out to those who order, who prepay within the 30 days. Because I don't think my wife wants everybody to know it, all right? Jose Lopez, happy. Joe Dirt, what up? Norman, what up? Jose, what up? Allie, what up, what up, what up, buddy? Allie, congrats. Allie is, you guys, Allie is killing it. Working and closing on his second, his third, probably working on his fifth, his sixth, his 10th deal right now. Freaking hustler. So you guys, giving you guys some shout out, and then we're gonna get right into the story. Allie, I got my third deal on the contract for 120, and I got it assigned for 130. Woo-hoo! Buddy, congrats, you guys. Give Allie the thumbs up. Show Allie the loves. Drop some comments. Give him some congrats, you guys. This business, you guys, it only takes one deal to change everything around financially, or even if you don't make a whole lot on your first wholesale deal, let's say you make $100 or $1,000, it's gonna change the game for you. I promise, because it lets you know that this business is possible for you, and that if you can make 1,000, you can make 100,000. Working Anthony 216, working on my first deal, waiting on buyers to call back. Sorry about that. It got so heat up in here that that my phone went. Hold on a second. I gotta turn the air down. You guys were wondering, well, why don't you do it at the house, Kong? Well, waiting for the wife to come out right now. She's doing a little bit of shopping. So I'm in the car right now, and it got so heat up. It got so hot. The phone went kaboom. It overheat. We're getting hot in here. Official DJ, what up? Happy Friday. Mike, happy Friday. What up, you guys? Okay, so this deal here came from, for those of you who are new to the channel, I'm doing a deal. I'm doing a Friday story, a Friday deal story every single Friday, where I share with you guys deal that we either closed in the past or deal that we recently closed. I'll share with you guys where we found, how we found the seller, how we found the buyer, and how much we make on it, obviously. So this one here came from one of our postcard, or We Buy Houses postcard, and it came from our high equity list postcard. And so the seller called in, went through the whole process. The reason why the seller is selling this property, because this property needs a lot more work, and he doesn't have the funds to fix it up, okay? And a lot of times, you guys got to understand, some sellers do not know that they can sell their property as is. And then second, they do not know that, or I'm sorry, that they do not want their neighbor, their friends, their family to see the condition that they're living in. So there's too much work on the house. So he calls in He kind of knows what the property's worth, and he was about maybe $30,000, I think $30,000 to $40,000 off of what he thinks the property's worth, and what the actual we figure out what the actual worth of the property. So he calls in. He said, I know, I'm calling in, I'm selling to an investor, I'm willing to sell it at a discount, and kind of went through the whole process with my girl, got all the information, so he kind of knew already, and he kind of gave us a repair cost of what the property would need to be like. So the ARV on this property, gosh, hold on a second. So the ARV on this property, we figure that it's going to be in the 475, all right, 475 to 500. And the repair on it, we figure, he said it's only going to need about 25 or so, 20 to 25, but we put it out to our buyer saying that it's probably going to need about 40 to 45,000 in repair costs. And because based on the square footage, it's a 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, and I think it's roughly about 1,300 square feet, but it needs completely updated, right? New windows, kitchen, bathroom, flooring, paint, electrical, and plumbing, all of that. So we took into consideration, so we figured that it's probably going to cost about 40 to 45. So once we got it locked up, we had on it for 60 days closing. The seller was okay on it. The seller said, hey, I do want to sell, I do want to sell, but I'm not in like I don't really need to get out. So so we asked him, well, we're closing within the next 45 to 60 days. Would that be okay with you? He said that's completely fine. Obviously, we always go with the longest. So we said 60 days. So we sent out for 60. So we tied up on a contract for 60 days, $500 earnest money down. We take that, send into the title company, get escrow open, wire in our $500 earnest money, and then we send it out to a buyer. And 2 days later, we got this buyer. We have worked with her before on one of the deal already, and she's an agent and an investor herself. All right. So she came in, and we sent it out for, we sent it out for 3. Okay, we tied up on a contract for oh my gosh, we tied up on a contract for 3. Oh my God, for I think 3. Oh yeah, we tied on a contract for 305. I'm going blank. We tied up on a contract for 305. Sent it out for I think 330 or so. And the buyer came in there. The buyer walked the property and said, "Hey, Khang, it's going to need more work. It's going to need more work than the 40 to 45." They figured that the ARV was going to be right around the 475. So came back, asked for a little bit of price reduction on it. So 10, 15, 20. So she came back and said, hey, you know what? We would like a $10,000 discount. Would you guys ready to do it at 320? We tied up at 305. She said, you guys want to do at 320? So I came back and I said, well, so pretty much I had this is how the conversation go with me and the buyer. So since we already did a deal with her, she's an agent. We trust her. She was there with the contractor. I prep her up. I prep the seller up and say, hey, one of our partners and our contractors gonna go and gonna be there to go ahead and do a walkthrough and view the property. So you just go ahead and let them do their thing. All right. They're just gonna walk through the property. They're just gonna look at all the repair costs and what needed to be done. As for the buyer side, I said, hey, we're not gonna send anyone there to be with you. We trust you. You can ask the seller anything, but do not talk about pricing with the seller. Can I get that promise and commitment from you? And typically I would send someone there to be there to facilitate, but we have already done a deal with her, and she's pretty straightforward and things like that. I chat with her on the phone, and I felt like that I can trust her. So she came back, she said, hey, Khang, you know what? We probably need to be at more like 320. Could that work for you guys? And so I came back and I said, well, at 320, that's already that's like a $10,000 discount on it. But I definitely got to talk to the seller, and I got to talk to my partners. But I said, are you ready to go if we can move on to 320? And how quickly can you close? And how much of an earnest money or non-refundable deposit can you put down? So you want to get that commitment from the buyer, just like you get a commitment from the seller. You want to get a commitment before you approve it. So she said, yeah, Khang, you know what? We can close close within the next 2 weeks. No problem. We can close in the next 2 weeks. We can drop $10,000 non-refundable down for you, you know, within 24 hours. And so we're ready to move on it if you guys can make that work. I said, well, I don't know if I can. I got partners that I got to talk to. I got some other people that I got to pay, blah, blah, blah. So I call her back, and pretty much within like the next hour or so, and I said, hey, you know what? I said, hey, I was able to talk my partner into it, got her approval. All right. So right now I'm just thinking that, hey, my wife is my partner. I got her approval. We're ready to go. Sent her the assignment agreement, got her to drop off a $15,000 or whole assignment fee. I said, hey, you know what? For us to move forward, we just want to go ahead and do a $15 non-refundable in it. She has no problem of doing it. So within 2 days, found the buyers, made 15 on it, and then we're going to close on it. So I'm picking up the checks today, and a few more checks within the next couple of weeks, or within the next week or so. But anyway, you guys, that's pretty much the whole entire deal, you guys. Once you have, first, you're gonna put up the hard work, the time to trying to build this, all right? Which means you're collecting buyers, finding a good way to sending out markets to getting leads coming in. And then once you have things built up, once you have your buyer built up, man, making 10, 15, 20, 30,000, 50,000 is not that hard. But when you first start out, it's hard, it's rough. But once you have built up, it becomes easy. When you want to scale up to a couple 100,000 per month, that's going to become a, you know, so basically now it's going to expect you to upgrade your skill set. And there's other things you need to learn. There's other people that you need to network with, you need to connect. So when you're trying to scale up, so now it requires some different skill set. So now, yes, you got to work harder to get to that level. But so when you have things and you have that buyer build up, we actually just got a deal where I'm going to with you guys. We lock it up on the contract. Literally that day, the next morning, the buyer took it, and we're gonna make 10,000 on that deal. And we're gonna close on it within the next week and a half or so on that deal. But when I first started out, you guys, man, the 5,000, the 10,000, oh my God, it was just, I was like, oh my God, this is hard, right? When you first start out, this is like, oh my God, this is hard, right? And you're trying to push it, you're trying to make 10,000 a month, then you're trying to do 20,000 a month, then 30, then 50, and you'll be like, oh my God. But I'm telling you, things do not happen overnight. It happens over time. It's the one that is consistent and persistent that keeps going no matter what is the one that's going to get to the top. It's the one that's going to succeed. All right, you guys? So anyways, I mean, that's pretty much for the story. Drop me any comment if you have any questions. I'm going to give you guys a couple shout out here. But I got about another 15 minutes, and we got to get on the road and start getting that checks. And obviously, William Mayer, some great information, Khang. No problem, buddy. No problem at all. Jake Compton, Khang, question for you. After I have the seller sign their end of the contract, do I take my staff and my stuff to the closing agent, or do I need to wait? Okay, Jake, so if you have a title company or an attorney that know how to do these transactions, once the seller has signed the contract, the purchase and sale contract with you, you send it to your attorney or your title company. It can be done virtually. You do not have to think where you have to physically drive there. It can be email, it can be fax. Signing, getting the seller sign, you can use DocuSign, you can use e-sign, all right? Do not have to be where you have to meet with, like, so if you're doing it virtually, great, man. But I'm just sharing with you if you don't. So yes, you take the purchase and sale contract that's signed between you and the seller. You take that and send it to your title company or your attorney, and then drop off that earnest money. Some seller don't even ask about the earnest money. They don't even care if you drop it off or not. Then maybe you don't have to until you find your buyer. Anthony 216, Joe Dirt, let me answer a question here. The real DJ Smooth, what up, buddy? Khang's video yourself when you pick your check from title for motivation. Joe, you got it, done. I can do that. Anthony 216, I have a probate list that comes to me every week. Do you have any recommendation on how I should market probate? Anthony, typically, you know, when it comes to probate, people will skip trace and try to find that number so they can cold call. What I would do is just send out a letter, and we just send out a genetic letter. All right, I know there are people that send out letter that mention about the probate, but we don't. We just send it out. Basically, we just sending it out like we don't know about this. We're not targeting you. You know, you're not the list of probate that we're trying to target. We just make it casual. So we just send a letter saying, hey, blah, we buy houses for cash. We can close quickly, any condition, any situation. You know, close on the date of your choice, buy as is. So things like that you have to put on there, but do not make it overwhelmed where they have to read so much. Just put some really key caption in there. We pay cash. We can, no closing cost fee. We buy as is. You know, so things like that. We buy them as is. We can close on the date of your choice. So things like that we put on there. And the key things is you want the seller to open it. So, you know, make some, you know, so that's why you want to handwrite the envelopes. You want something that stands out, so that they open it to read what's in it. The key is to have them open to read what's in it. Okay, so be creative. Jake, do you have example of some contract as well? Jake, I do, but you have to buy it. If you are going to get my contract, you have to buy it now. If not, you go to Bigger Pockets or Wholesaling Houses Full Time, or I just did an interview, subscriber first wholesale interview, where you go to Elite, I think it is, Elite Wholesaling Facebook group, where they share a bunch of contracts and things on there that you can use. But you just post a question, ask, and I'm sure somebody will help you out and hook you up with a contract. But I thought you already had a contract, bro. Let me see here. A real M George, what up? Welcome to the channel and the family. Seems like you're new. Khang, what list do you have the best luck cold calling? Real M George. I don't do cold calling, but my VA does, and we hit expire listing. The reason why is because expire listing, these are people that want to sell. For some reason, they did not sell, so now they have a bad taste of listing the property with an agent. They do not know how much the market has to appreciate, and they already wanted to sell in the past. And now you're coming, provide them with a hassle-free sale saying, I want to buy. You don't need to look for a buyer. I am the buyer, right? So we do a lot of, when I first started out, I hit expire listing hard. I send letters, I cold call, and it has generated me a lot of deals over the time. Cash Sung Woo. Cash Sung Woo. When virtual wholesaling from different states, do you find title company from your states you live or the states you're wholesaling in? The states you're wholesaling in. And Cash Sung Woo, the best way to find the title company or the attorney is to pop that question on Wholesaling Houses Full Time, Bigger Pockets, and somebody will hook you up, all right? Saying, hey, what title company or attorney do you use to close all of your wholesaling deals transaction? Do you mind sharing them? In exchange, I want to pay something. I want to give something in exchange for that. I don't want it for free. I want to exchange, but thought that I'd reach out and see anybody or would be willing to exchange for that info, all right? Some will say, hey, don't worry about it, man. I give to you free. But it shows you as a person, as a character, that you don't ask for free. You want to exchange in something, all right? And they look at you differently. Man, trust me, when my wife and I first started down this business, we have laid down so much. We have laid down our money, lay our path to get to where we are. We take agents out to eat. We send them gifts. We take my banker out on a vacation trip that we pay for the entire thing. All right, because we want to get into their circle. Once you have level up, then you don't really care. Hey, you want to do business? Great. You don't. Who care, man? But when you first start out, man, you got to lay your path. You got to lay your path. How do you talk to people at the courthouse to get record? What record can I get? At the courthouse, you just want to, so people that goes to the courthouse, you can get, tax lien, you can get, what is it, what's that, What is that they put notice on your property? Code violations. So that is a good one. George Fry, what up? Happy Friday. Hey Khang, where do we find expired listing? George, to get expired listing, you must have access to the MLS. And to get access to the MLS, exact same thing, you guys. Connect with agents and ask them in exchange for the, I better start the car, otherwise the internet might die. So basically, in exchange for the expired listing, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna tell them, hey, I can help you pay for some of your monthly cost, monthly fee, whatever it is. You know, if you wanted to share the access to MLS, that's how you get expired listing. And to get, you guys, pulling comps, the best way to get comps is to be able to get access to the MLS, all right? But reach out to some realtor and see if they'll hook you up. And I promise you, in exchange, you pay for them, pay for whatever it is, you'll be able to get it, man. Good luck, George. The Chevy Raptor, who live here in Fort Lauderdale. Hey, the Chevy Raptor, if you are on in Fort Lauderdale, check out a guy. He's kind of a, I guess, I don't know to call him a guru or not, but his name's Lex. I used to go to his seminar. He's a cool guy, but he teaches students, and he also does, and I'm not trying to promote him anything like that, but he does have a lot of connection with buyers, and he also buys properties himself. He's also an agent. His name is Lex, L-E-V, I can't even pronounce it or spell his name, but his name is Lex Leventon or something. He's bald and he has some, I don't know, but try to YouTube him and you should find him. But if you're in Florida, reach out to him because he has buyer, and he also buys property himself. He's an agent, but he also buy property, fix it and flip them. He also wholesale them as well. All right, we're trying to go through this quick. I do have one, but I don't understand it completely. I was goofball. Okay, well, I can turn this off. I was goofball and bought a Clever Investor before I knew about your stuff. Thanks for the tip. No problem, man. Steve Turner. Hey, Khang. What up, Steve? Happy Friday. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the family. And when using list source, what filter do you input? So, Steve, I do not do any of the marketing end. The marketing then, the back end, is all my wife. She does all of that. And that's why I'm having her share with you guys, coming out with her package. It's her marketing package blueprint that once you have it all set up, it's pretty much of a click of a button that you will send out all these. And you don't, and I have somebody comment, well, Khang, I don't have a huge budget. Well, we all started somewhere. You don't need a huge budget, all right, to purchase her marketing. You can have a 500 or 1,000 or whatever it is in your marketing, but basically she's going to walk you through it. And my wife is really detailed. She'll walk you through the video exactly what list to pull for cash buyer, what list to pull for motivated seller, how to set it up, so that way you can send it out consistently with just a push of a button. And for those who prepay within the next 30 days, for those who prepay for this package, I think I'm not going to put this out for everybody because I don't think my wife is going to like it. Because if our competition, if somebody's in there in our market is going to buy this package and use the same people that we do, it's not good. So for those of you who prepay within the next 30 days, I'm going to have her share with you guys the company and the sales rep that we used, and I'm going to call the company and see if they're going to give you guys any kind of discount, for these postcard or for these letters. All right, guys. For those of you who think 5 cents or 9 cents or 10 cents is not a lot, but when you send out if you send out 35 to 40,000 a month, man, it saved us it saved us 9,000 a month. All right, because we got the discount. And because we're able to scale up and was able to send out so much. So I'll see if they have a discount code where I can share that with you guys. But I'm going to have her share, guys, the name, the person that helps us hire all the VA. in that company, and also too is the name of the gal that she truly really like her, and we send her gift card all the time, $100, $200 gift card all the time. But she helps my wife kind of stay on top of the marketing, let her know what's a good marketing piece, what's a good marketing piece that she's getting the return on, so that way we can test it and we can use it. So that way you can call in and say, hey, you know what? I want to use exactly what Lon is using. I want to set up my marketing exactly how Lon is setting up. So for those of you who prepay within the next 30 days, I'm going to give you guys the contact info to those 2 person that my wife used. After that, it's none. I don't think my wife wants everybody to have it. Jake Compton also looking to code violation. Good. Luke, what up, buddy? Happy Friday. Dude, Luke, how's everything going, man? Between code enforcement, violation, probate, and tax delinquent, I have 0 marketing costs. Good for you, buddy. Jake, that was my next question, was about the MLS. How long did it take you for you to get your first... How long did it take for you to get your first buy and sell? Jake, I'm not sure what you mean by buy and sell. Do you mean how long it took me to get my first wholesale deal? Or to get my first deal? Because as you know, you follow my channel, I start out fix and flip because I underestimated wholesaling. Because I was like, well, why would I want to make 5 to 10K on a deal when I can make 30, 40, 50 if I were to come in, fix and flip the property? So I kind of pushed away wholesaling, and then I took on fix and flip, and it was a nightmare. Well, I didn't lose any money, but my life was hectic. You know, when my wife and I merged into real estate, we wanted to be financially free, but also to have the time freedom. But I got my first fix and flip, bought it for 63, put 40 into it, has a general contractor, sub everything out, and sold it for $169.9. After all the closing costs, all the commission, all the realtor fee, walk away with $50,000. $25,000 go to my mentor. We keep the 25. So and then from that on, it's just the next deal. But man, paid $25,000 to fly my mentor out for 3 days. So that's my mentor's cost. But split 3 deals. So over the time, man, it cost me like $100K. But the thing is, you know, we built such a good relationship with him that now he's getting us a lot of free information and things like that. And we built so good a relationship, now we're going into a market together. Jake Compton, yes, your first, yes, sir, first wholesale. So my first wholesale deal was about 2.5, or I would say 2.5, almost 3 years ago. And man, that was the turning point of my life, because I was like, man, if I can make $28,000 in 7 days, dude, I can never make $28,000 when I was flipping these houses in 7 days. So that was the turning point where I said, you know what, screw the fix and flip. I'm tired of it. And we kind of stopped that and merged everything into wholesaling. And then over time, we pay for program and things like that. And then start learning how to virtually wholesale. And the key to virtually wholesale is how you talk and communicate with seller over the phone. That's it. Obviously, you got to build up a team, right? You got to have somebody boot on the ground. But I'm telling you, you need to know how to lock these property up on the contract over the phone. If you do not know how, that's going to be a problem to virtually wholesaling. You see people go out and meet with the seller. I used to do that. It's to me, it's just a waste of time. And then also too is you eliminate having to connect with the contractor or another investor you have to partner with, and they go out and they meet with the seller, and now they might go behind your back and try to get that contract signed. You can eliminate all that. All right, and trust me, man, once you know how to virtually wholesale, done. You do not need, you won't go back. You won't go and meet seller. Where do I get that marketing package? GMM, the marketing package, the link is in the descriptions, but I'll see if I can punch it in here. Yeah, the link is in the descriptions. All you need to do is go to wholesale2million.com, million without the s.com. And it's right now I'm giving you guys $100 discount if you guys prepay for it. So it's $13.95 if you guys want to prepay for it. All right. But after that, it's going to go back to $14.95 after the 30 days. As soon as my wife gets it, I'll send it to you guys right away. But you also get access to my private Facebook group. And that's where we're going to go in, man, and we're going to take our life to the next level. Big D, what up? Happy Friday. Rolando. Oh my God. Rolando JR, what up? Happy Friday. Luke, working on 2 motivated seller from co-violation today. Should have those under contract tomorrow. Nice, buddy. Hey, Luke, I want to know, have you closed any deal yet? If you have, drop me a comment, man. Let's get you on the show. For those of you who are new to the channel, if you recently closed your first wholesale deal, drop it in the comment. Let's connect and let's get you on the show to share your stories and your first wholesale deal to inspire and motivates everybody. Let them know that this business is possible for anybody if you put your mind to it. Chris, what up? Hey, Khang, the title company I went to said they didn't know what I was talking about. Yeah, Chris, man, when you first started, you have to call a couple of different title companies. Do not take one no as the rest as a no. You have to call them and explain to them, hey, do you guys work with an investor? Have you guys ever done an assignment deal? Right? Have you guys ever done it like an assignment deal? They would know. If they have done it, they would know what you're talking about. If they have not done it, they won't know. And the thing is, a lot of times that escrow agent might not know, so you have to talk to multiple escrow agents in that title company. All right? So maybe that one doesn't know, hang up, call back, get his name or her name, because you don't want to talk to them again, and see if you can connect with some other one that knows what you're talking about. But you just need to tell them, hey, do you guys, do you know how to close an assignment fee, you know, between the seller and the buyer and an investor? When you say assignment fee, they should know. All right? And you explain to them, hey, we type a piece of property on the contract. Sometimes we don't buy them. So what we do is we're going to assign it to another buyer that's going to buy it. Do you do something like that? Okay? Don't explain to them wholesale. They don't know what you mean when you say wholesale. David Swell. What up, David? Happy Friday, man. Try and write putting my first property on the contract. Why am I scared? You're scared, man, because you don't know the outcome. When I'm excited and I'm scared at the same time because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know the outcome. What if I don't sell? What if I can find a buyer? Man, well, like, what's going to happen? Here's what I tell you, Tyrone, right? This is what's going to happen. You put your first property up in a contract. You're looking to wholesale it. You send it out to your buyer. If your buyer will come back and your buyer will tell you, hey, the price is too high, the rehab is too much, we're not gonna be able to, we can't close on it, we need to be at this price. Now you can go back and renegotiate with the seller. If the seller won't budge on price, then you just tell the seller, hey, you know what, after sending our contractor and our contractor and our partner out there to look at the property, it seems like we can't make this number work. You know, if you can't see coming down to this price, then we'll just have to cancel the deal. And pretty much you just sign the cancel addendum. You send it to the seller. Seller signs it. Seller cancel. You go back, do your own thing. You go find another piece of property. You get your earnest money back within that time frame of inspections, whatever's on your contract, and then the seller gets their property back, and now you two are not bound, and they can sell to whoever they want. Tyrone, hope that helps you, man. But Tyrone, right, don't worry, man. If you're off on your ARV, if you're off on your rehab, if you tie the property up too high, it's okay. You can always go back and renegotiate. If it works out with the seller, when you renegotiate to make it work with the buyer, great. If it doesn't, you just cancel the deal, man. But I was worried and scared because I don't know what the outcome is. I mean, you guys think about this. If I blindfold you, if I take you to a new place, even a place you've been there, or to a new place, right? Wouldn't you be scared because you're blindfold, because you don't know you don't know what's going to happen next? Like, am I taking the next step I'm taking? Is it safe or is it not safe? What's going to happen if I'm going to step on something, you know? So you have all this worry. But if you can see it, then you're not, right? It's always the unseen that scares us, all right? And a lot of times, you guys, that's what faith is. Faith is believing that the outcome will turn out to be in your favor, and you just have to take that first step, all right? And that's where having a mentor comes in. You know, it's like having when you blindfold and having somebody hold you by your hand and take you through it, all right? Take you kind of through this journey, this forest, all right? So that way you feel more comfortable, more confident in yourself, and just in the whole process. And that's where a mentor comes in, all right? And that's why having a good mentor, you guys, is also crucial, all right? Do not get somebody that just talk, but do not do or in the business, all right? And also, too, so when you find a mentor, make sure you find a mentor, verify it, and make sure that they are where you want to be. They are where you want to be. The lifestyle. Oh, yep, they're only worth this much amount an hour. They're making this much, man. That's the life I want. Find that mentor. All right, and that's the mentor. It's where you want to be because they can show you how to get there. It's just like a GPS. When you punch it in, it's going to take you where you want it to be because the GPS has already been there, so it knows. If you do not know, then you got to circle around, find your way. You'll probably make some couple wrong turn. Instead of 30 minutes to get there, it might take you an hour, 2 hours, whatever it is, all right? Khang, if you had 25K to start out wholesaling, what would you do? Should I save this question for Sunday? Man, Beast Mode, save that question for Sunday, but we can take the 25K and turn it into 100K like that, okay? If you know exactly what to do, you can take the 25, turn it into, and make a profit of 100 and more, all right? If you know what to do. But that's plenty of money, man. That's a lot of money to start wholesaling. And you can turn that quick if you know what you're doing. Chris, thanks, Khang. The only thing slow me down at this point. I guess I didn't read the top. All right, you guys, I'm going to end this very, very soon here. I used to feel so sad when people call me like, in school, I was making fun of. I was made fun of so much. They call me King Kong, Donkey Kong. They laugh at me. They laugh at my skin color. They laugh at my accents. I was kind of like I was so shy, so insecure that I was being picked on. I remember sitting in an ESL class. If you guys know what ESL class is, it's English as a second language. And this kid would do a spit wad, and they was throwing paper at me, and he was doing spit wad in the back of my head. And man, I was being picked on, and they all thought I was Jackie Chan, and someone want to challenge me, want to fight me, all kinds of stuff. But man, high school or school was just a bad experience for me, and I hated school. And so anyways, you guys, Luke, never be a desperate buyer. Correct. Always remember the seller has the problem and needs you. Luke, good advice, buddy. That is absolutely correct. Remember, when you get on the phones, just think like that. You're here to solve problem, and you're on the phone on behalf of a company. All right, just think that me and you are partners, and you're on the phone just to help them solve whatever it is. And here's the price. If you can work it out, great. If it doesn't, boom, move on to the next. There's plenty of deals out there, man. Tony, your passion and enthusiasm is incredible. Woo! Luke, thanks, man. Thanks, buddy. And a lot of times, you guys got to understand, it's having you guys a part of the family. And when I go live and seeing you guys coming on, join me, that's what pumped me up. And getting emails and comments saying, hey, Khang, your information helps me, etc. Because obviously 5.5 years ago, when my wife and I first started on real estate, I never thought that one day that I could actually do this, right? Turn my annual income into my weekly, making the kind of money I'm making right now, living the lifestyle that we're living right now, having a channel, you know, with this much subscriber. You guys, it's blown me away. And let me tell you guys this. When I go meet people now, I do not share with them, like, I do not get excited or share with them how much I make in real estate and wholesaling per month. But it's my YouTube channel, and it's the family that I created. I don't share my Facebook community. That's kind of private. I don't want people to like, oh, Khang, what's your Facebook? Like, I don't brag about that because I keep that private. It's a community where we go in there and we're making money wholesaling. But man, I share with them about the community, my YouTube channel, to so many people, man, because I'm so grateful. You guys just don't know how happy and how grateful I am to be here, to sitting here, sharing with you guys information I learned. Nothing that I share with you guys that I came up with. I'm not that smart, you guys, right? I'm a high school dropout. I'm not that smart. My wife and I are average people that got to where we are by focused determination and freaking work our butt off. Work our face off. All right? That's what Gary Vee said. Working our face off, and just years and hours of listening to other people in the business and motivational speech, listening to other people, saying stuff, learning from other people, man. So I'm just so grateful, man. So grateful, and just so humble just to be here and living the lifestyle and having you guys a part of my journey, and then being able to be a part of your journey and a part of your life, man. I'm just so grateful. Jim Lee, what up? Happy Friday. Monkey de Dawn. Say I make 10K from a deal. How much of that gets eaten up in taxes? You know what? You see, the thing is, Monkey de Dawn, don't worry about, like, people so much worry about taxes. Don't worry about taxes so much if you don't overspend what you make. Right? Don't overspend what you make. Don't spend more than what you make, then you shouldn't worry about it. The more money you're going to make, obviously there are tax strategies where you're going to go and it helps you reduce your taxes. But who cares, man? Who cares if you make $10,000, you have to pay $2,000. And I think typically you probably have to pay like 20 or 25%. All right, 20 to 25. So 10K, 2,500 or 3,000 off, and you make $7,000. Doesn't really matter, man. When you start to make so much, you don't care about the whole tax thing. Your mom and dad must be proud. Joe, my mom and dad, my whole family was 10 years ago, yes, was not proud. I'm a high school dropout, moving with my wife, living in this little dump, this little shack, this little love shack, 11 by 11. And my mom came over, cried, and was pretty disappointed seeing, how I turn out, right, at the time. But you know what? They didn't have, they didn't know our plan. They didn't know our dreams. And we didn't share with them our dreams and our goals and our plan of what we want to do. We were pretty much just putting our head down and just grind. And hopefully to get to one day to finally get our head up and be where we want it to be. So, yeah, now my mom and dad go and kind of tell all of her friends, oh my God, she kind of cheer with all her friends and things like that. But we don't hang out, so she went and shared with everybody now, kind of, she doesn't know what I'm doing. Like, she doesn't know the exact wholesaling business, but she just saying that, she just shared with them, hey, my son is in real estate. He flip houses, and he makes money, blah, blah, blah. So everybody thinks, real estate investor, people that buys and flip houses are rich. So yes, now she is. But many years ago, man, when she saw me, when my wife and I was living in that shack, when we're 18 or 19, my wife is coming out here. So I'm going to end this really quick. 18 or 19, living in a little shack. My mom was pretty disappointed, so was my dad. I was working in the mall, working at a hair extension kiosk, selling beauty products, makeup products. My mom and dad questioned my sexuality. Came into the mall, my dad pulled me aside and said, Khang, and this is real, I'm not faking it, Khang, are you a man or a woman? I said, what do you mean? And he said, well, Khang, what kind of men work at this place? And I just pretty much didn't say anything. I didn't argue with him. I said, well, I'm making a living. So I don't see there's anything wrong with me selling beauty products. I'm making a living. He said, Khang, real men do not do this. Right? So he was questioning my sexuality and things like that. Especially my wife and I said we don't want to have any kids. So anyways, you guys, it's completely different now. Everything just kind of changed around. Families member want to... so yeah, everything kind of changed now. So my wife and I at the time, our mentality was, don't tell them, show them. Don't tell them, show them. Don't shut them up. Does not matter what you say when you're in that circumstances. Does not matter what you say. They're all gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna look down on you. They're all gonna laugh at you, right? But do not talk them. Do not tell them. Show them. And that's how you're gonna shut them up. Okay? Is you tell them. But anyways, you guys, I gotta end this. And thank you so much, Joe Johnson. I'm proud of you, man. Thank you, man. I really, really appreciate it. And you guys, thank you so much for everybody in the channel giving me all these encouragement, the compliment, the nice word, the nice things that you guys are sending me emails and oh man, I'm just so grateful, man. I truly am. And like I said, I brag about my YouTube channel more than anything. You guys just don't know it, but I brag about my YouTube channel, the community, the family on Facebook more than I do in wholesaling. My mentor knows about it. All right, all my friends, everybody knows about it. But I don't give them. I do not give them my channel. I do not give them my channel name. I do not want to get them go on there and seeing the information I share, the checks and things like that, because it can cause a problem. Thank you so much, you guys. Truly, honestly appreciate it, and so humbly, and get to be here and share with you guys the information that I have learned. But you guys, we're in this journey together. There's so much more information that I'm about to go. My wife and I are going to go to a collective genius where we're going to drop 20 to 25,000 to be in this masterminding, where these guys and gals are freaking crushing it, are making $500,000 to $1 million a month in this business. And I'm going to bring that information back and share with you guys. All right, so you guys take care. And you guys, when you get to a certain level to hang out with these bigger players, man, you got to drop some dough. You got to drop some dough, right? Their time ain't free. Their time is not free. All right, so value your time as well. You know, you're gonna know if anybody asks you for your time, make sure you value your time. Make sure you give it to the right person, and things like that. And once you start getting up, and once you start succeeding in the business, you know, your time is going to be valuable. So it ain't free. Nothing is free. Take care, you guys. I wish you guys all the best. For those of you who haven't done your first wholesale deal, man, keep pushing, keep going. The deal is out there. It only takes one deal. It'll turn everything around, and it'll unleash the beast inside of you and let you know that anything is possible. If I can make 100, if I can make 1,000, I can make 1,000,000. I can make 100,000. All right, take care, you guys. Have a good one. Bye.